Insights and Analytics, Business Development Part 1, and video blog number 3. Well, welcome to Insights and Analytics, video blog number 3. And today, we're going to discover the basics for creating your very first of many business development campaigns to come. Well, business development is the process of identifying what a prospect is currently doing and how well they're doing it. We'll also discover along the way the digital competition, and then we can begin the process of building a go-to-market solution and a go-to-market plan. So in this video blog, we're going to cover creating the campaign, turning on the relevant tools, finding the keywords and the terms, and tagging those terms. After watching the blog, you'll know how to create a new campaign for the business development profile. And this blog will get you started on collecting the data that you're going to need for developing true insights. So we start off by selecting the profile, adding the new campaign, and the only way we're going to be able to do this is you're going to have to watch this to make any sense of it at all. So I'm going to get out of this presentation. I'm going to navigate over to insightsandanalytics.com, and I'm going to go to the dashboard. So click the dashboard. You've contacted me and you've asked me for a username and a password to get onto the spreadsheet. So we don't need this information page. We can just go ahead and go to the login. And then you'll use that username and password that I sent you to log into the system. Of course, that makes sense, right? And now you enter the dashboard toolbox, and we're going to log in over here to the profiles. And in the profiles, you'll have access to a few different types of profiles, and we're going to focus on business development. So let's log into the business development profile, and then we're going to add different campaigns, various campaigns. For today, we're going to start a new campaign, so we'll click on Add New Campaign. And then the system, the setup wizard, is going to prompt you for how to proceed from here. For the purposes of today, I'm going to use a company, Investment Property Experts, and you'll understand why I chose this particular company as we go forward. So I'm going to copy their domain address. I'm going to go back to the toolbox. I'm going to paste that in here, and we don't want the hypertext protocol. We only want the URI. So we'll continue. Very unlikely that we're going to have Google Analytics or their AdWords account. Usually when you're doing business development, you aren't going to even have their Facebook and Twitter authorization. So most of the time, you're just going to skip right past that. The campaign's added successfully, so says the wizard, so we'll continue on past there. And now we've created this campaign. So let's go to the left-hand menu to the campaign settings. Very first thing you're going to want to do when you create a new campaign is the display name needs to represent the actual company's name. So in this case, we're AZ Investment Property Experts. We're going to set the time zone. We're in Arizona, so let's set it to the local time. We'll enable the brand segmentation. You'll click to enable that. Let's copy the name of the company, and we'll paste that in here as the first brand segment. We can also say that if somebody's looking for possibly investment property experts, that's probably going to be a branded term. Property experts, that's not a branded term. And investment experts, definitely not a branding term. Now, those are good terms. Those are search terms that may be relevant, but it doesn't include the brand in this particular case. AZ property experts, I would say that would be a branding term. So we'll add those three terms as the brand segment. And then that's as far as you need to go with the campaign settings, so we'll save those settings. And there you go. Now when you open up your campaigns, you'll see AZ investment property experts are included. All right, let's go back over to the presentation for a moment. Let's see where we've got. So it says we wanted to create the campaign. We select the profile. We've added a new campaign. We corrected the business name. We selected the time zone, and we enabled the brand segmentation. Excellent. Let's go to the next slide. There are some tools we want to turn on in SEO Site Auditor and the Backlink Explorer. These tools run in the background, so we want to get them started as quickly as possible so that they're running while we're loading up the rest of the data. So let's go back to the settings. We'll go to the SEO menu. There's the Site Auditor. Let's turn that on. We just click Start Crawling. And then we wanted to turn on the Backlink Explorer. Backlink Explorer, we use the domain name again, so let's copy. And we'll paste the domain name in here. We'll go with the defaults here. We want a fresh index, and we want to check it the entire domain for backlinks. We'll click Explore. And we see that it is popped in here and it is starting to crawl. We're at 0% complete so far, so it's going to work in the background while we continue on. There we go. It's already doing some work in here. Great. So let's go back over to the campaign and let's see what else we can accomplish. We know that we don't have Google Analytics. We know that we don't have Tag Manager, so we're not going to be able to look at site performance. We don't have Tag Manager, so we're not going to be able to look at email matrix. But yes, we can look at the Keyword Manager. Let's go back over and let's check and make sure with the presentation that we're not jumping too far ahead. Sure enough, finding the keywords, that's our next step in this. We're going to go to SEMrush. So let's navigate over to SEMrush.com. Now there are a lot of dashboards. There's a lot of users or a lot of profiles out there that you can. Information sources that you can use for searching keywords. You could go to Keyword Spy, Keyword Ninja. There's Foo.com. One of the best SEO, Moz.com. Probably the best SEObook.com. And in our particular case, what we need to build these insights and for our dashboard, the absolute best tool that we can get a hold of is found here at SEMrush. And it works pretty easy. Again, we're going to paste in the domain. We don't want the hypertext protocol. We're just going to work with the URI. We know it's a US company, and we click search. When you request your username and password to get into Insights and Analytics, I'll make sure that you get set up with SEMrush at the same time, and you'll have access to these tools also. So right away you see that the SEMrush toolbox comes back, the wheels start turning, it digs up all the information that it can find on this particular prospect. So let's look through the data. First thing we see is that they are getting traffic for their organic search. Over the last 30 days, they've had 129 users, and that's up 4% in organic. They don't use paid search. They have 0. They're not using any keywords in paid search. They're only getting recognized for 158 total backlinks. That's quality backlinks. That's coming from 27 referring domains and 24 referring IPs. It's an interesting ratio, 158 backlinks to 27 domains. We'll talk about that in a later Insights blog. But right now we want to focus on these keywords, these organic keywords. We see that this particular company has 17, and it says the traffic cost is about $456. That means for this amount of traffic, 129 users from these keywords, it would have cost, if they were in paid search, it would have cost about $456 to get that traffic. So that's, you could say that's pretty low value. You could also say 17 keywords is a very small organic search. Typically, you're going to be working with businesses that are in the several hundreds to a few thousand organic and paid search keywords. But I chose this particular competitor or prospect just because it is a small keyword to work with and to display in this particular case. If we scroll down to the tool here, we'll find here's the top keywords. Of the 17, here's their top 5, and just below there you'll see there's an export. And you'll want to export, so we'll click on the export. We want a comma separated value export, so we click on the CSV. And let's just put that into the downloads and save it. And give that just a couple of seconds here to go ahead and download. And there it goes. Now we like to work on the cloud, so we'll navigate over to google.com. Google Sheets is what we're looking for, and the cloud's the best way to analyze data for our dashboard. So we'll go to Google Sheets. Hopefully you're already working on the cloud. If you're not, you're going to find that it's just like Excel, just like Word, very similar, and maybe even you'll like it better. The way to get started is down here at the very bottom right hand corner. You'll see a big red circle with a plus sign. If you click on that big red circle, you'll open up a brand new sheet. Wait just a second for it to propagate. There, everything comes live. We'll go to File, Import, and we're going to upload that CSV that we just put into our downloads. There it is. We'll open that. We're going to replace the spreadsheet that we just started with the information that we're uploading. You can leave the separator character to detect automatically. We know it's a comma separated, but you can just leave it automatic just in case. And click Import. And there's our raw data from SEMrush. SEMrush has given us the keyword, the organic keywords that this particular prospect has been getting traffic for. And SEMrush gives us a whole lot of other information here. You'll see that it gives you position information, what keyword position they are in, what were they the last 30 days, so you can see how the positions have changed over the last 30 days. It tells you what the local volume and national volume for the search word, the cost per click, which landing page they're targeting, and so on and so forth. Now this is very valuable information. It's the information that you're going to use if, say, you were going to build out an SEO strategy, or if you were going to build a pay-per-click strategy. You would definitely want this information. So don't get rid of this. We don't need it for prospecting, but if sales goes out and wins this client, you're going to need this information. What we'll do is we're going to click on column B, and then we'll right click, and we're going to insert a column just to the left of column B. And let's call this, and we'll title it Branded, or Brand. What you'll do now is you'll go through every single keyword that this prospect is getting traffic for, and you want to examine these keywords to answer the question, is this a brand keyword? So investment property experts, yes, that's a brand keyword. Definitely AZ investment property experts, so we'll put the word yes into that column. KFYI radio, that is not a branded keyword. IPX, now that's the company's logo. So we could say yes to IPX. Fox 10 News, KFN radio, no. Property experts, no. Property experts, the user could be looking for anything there. Phoenix Investment Properties, no. Property experts, if it was AZ Property Experts, it would probably say yes. So those three are about it. Now, why did we do this? You're asking yourself, like, where are we going with it? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to add these keywords to this campaign. So it's painful to watch this, I realize, but I think if you watch it, it makes a little bit more sense. But we have to copy these one at a time here and paste them into the keywords. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to just start grabbing each one of these that we said yes as a brand, and copy, paste. We've got one more. Aren't you glad I picked this small prospect? This would have been painful, and it takes a lot of time to build out a campaign the right way. So those are the keywords that we're saying are branded. Now we're going to tag these up. We know these are organic keywords. This client is getting recognized here for organic. So we'll put organic. We'll separate these tags with commas. And we know these are branded, so we're going to put brand. This is organic branded keywords for this prospect. So we'll add those keywords over. The keywords get added in here. And now the toolbox is beginning to crawl. It's looking for information. And as this works in the background, we'll start seeing the information pop in here in a little while. But here's the keyword. And it's got its tags. We've branded it